Okay, this is Chris Jones in Launceston. I just wanted to introduce you to some of the advantages of the English File tablet version of the textbook. We're considering Cutting Edge and English File. At this moment, Cutting Edge doesn't have a tablet version of the textbook, and I just wanted to show you some of the advantages that a tablet-based textbook might have. So I've downloaded on my tablet the Oxford Learners Bookshelf application, which allows me to download the Oxford textbooks. And in this case, I've got on my bookshelf already the appropriate English File textbook. So if I just click on that, it should open up. And I've opened it up onto Unit 1 of the textbook. You can see that after the initial introduction, we have a link to the back pages where there is a vocabulary bank where we can check the vocabulary for food. If I just click on that, you can see that because it is a tablet-based textbook, it takes me immediately, interactively, to the appropriate page. But not only that, the questions are also interactive. So in this case, I am expected to match the numbers of the food with the words on the left, and I will enter the correct answer for number 1, which is, I believe, 5, and then I press input. Now the answer 5 is in there. We could give this tablet to a group of students in the classroom and ask them to answer the answers that they think are correct. And then having entered in all of for maybe the first section, we could then check whether or not they had got the correct answer. So reconnect this to the projector at this point and then press on check. And as you can see, having pressed on this check the answers interactive button, it has marked all of the correct answers with tick and all of the incorrect answers with a cross, and you can see that I've got the first answer right and the other ones all wrong. So at this point you'd hand it to maybe another group and ask them to see if they could improve on the score of the previous one and have another go. So I need to reset, so I can press here on reset and all of the answers disappear. We can have another go and put in the answers again. And this kind of interactivity, this kind of visualization of it, I think would be very attractive to the students, and it's also very easy to do. If I go to the bottom of this page, because it's an interactive textbook, I also have links that allow me to do things like go straight back to the page from which I came, and that is very convenient. Listening is also available here. If I click on 1.4,
fresh,
frozen.
So this is very convenient. Instead of having to mess around with files or a CD, I simply click on that and it is readily available to me. It plays directly through the tablet, which is connected to the speakers. I can play the sound very, very conveniently and very, very easily if I'm the teacher in the classroom with this textbook on my tablet. You can press pause, you can speed up and slow down the recording, which I find very useful if you're having a conversation which you want the students to pick up some details. You can perhaps slow it down. If you want them to pick up on the pronunciation or the intonation of a particular word, you could slow it down and play it again. And moving on, if we reduce the audio there, we can see that there is a pronunciation section that comes up next. This hooks into a page at the back, which again is very conveniently linked here. We can see we go straight to the page where the pronunciation guide is located, and we can overview that again. On the side here, I open the toolbar once again, and I can return to the page I came from by choosing the correct page in our contents version. And next we see that over this side you have some more listening, and then having listened you choose which speaker speaks in which order. So speaker A is number 4, perhaps speaker B is, and this is where it really is very tablet optimized because instead of having to type anything in, I simply can click on a number, in this case 3, and the students can be telling me what numbers they think are correct, and then we check the answers and see if you're correct. And you can reset it over here again, pressing the reset button, and start again if we get it wrong. Another thing that you can do is if we come up with some words, maybe we brainstorm some other words to do with food, and the students would like to make a recording of this. If they have this tablet version of the textbook on their phone or their device, they can add a sticky note to any page that they want, and they can type in a note, done, and then they can relocate that note to a convenient position on the textbook that will remind them of some more words to do with food, and that would be available to them at the touch of a button anytime they want it. So these extra tools are what makes a tablet version of the textbook so much more convenient and much more interactive for a teacher and also for a student than simply the text. So I hope that introduces you to some of the advantages. Thank you. Bye.